ignore my crazy hair. But I'm so happy that my NMN supplements came yesterday. But not only that, I also got this package that came from TimeMore. I didn't expect that they're going to send me this. They sent me 2 grinders and 1 scale to be reviewed. The first thing that I tested was the scale, and that scale was actually a game changer, especially for my pour-over routine. They can measure your flow rate, and they'll also tell you how much coffee you extracted at the end, because even though in the recipe would say use 320 grams of water, but in the end you won't get 320 grams because some of that water is going to be absorbed into the coffee, and this scale can exactly tell you how much you get at the end of your brew. So yeah, I love the scale so much, but there was a defect on the stand that they sent to me. When you put the dripper holder on the stand, it's supposed to be here, right? They were just stuck in here, and there's nothing you can do to loosen it. So I was just letting them know so that they can improve the quality control of the production, because this product has just launched and I know that a lot of people are going to order it. So these little things are definitely can be prevented. But yeah, what I actually did was just to force it into the stand, billet it out. Now we have the dripper on the stand in one position and we can't move it up and down because it's just so tight. But surprisingly, they sent me something, so I guess this is gonna be the dripper. Let's see. They did send me another dripper. Oh wow, they sent me the stand as well. Okay, now this is what you want. You will be able to put it up and down. Once you get to the place that you like, you can just tighten it, right? But right now mine can't do it, so yeah. I'm actually so happy. Oh my gosh, they're so awesome. The fact that they sent me a new one was kind of, I don't know, I feel cared for as a creator, because I told them that they don't need to. After forcing it in, I could still use it, you know? It's not a big problem. But yeah, TimeMore. Love you guys. Speaking of, I'm gonna swap this into my scale. All right, let's brew some coffee.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, oh yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out tonight. I just can't stop thinking about you.
This cup is seriously what makes a difference. Oh yeah. Last night, my brain just couldn't shut down and my mind just wandering off like crazy. And it was super random. At one point, I actually fell asleep and then I kind of jolted back awake and then my brain just started thinking crazy thoughts, which was not a good sign. But I think that pent-up stress was coming from the fact that I couldn't really focus on work yesterday. So I already beating up myself up about it and it felt like I was falling behind. I had a lot more work to be done today. And I also tried posting on a test reel on Instagram. Didn't get much traction. And also these thoughts about what if all this was for nothing? What if after this whole year I tried and I still can't succeed? And then I started thinking about my parents, how they're growing old, and I felt like I haven't really contributed and I felt like I'm still not in the place where I feel like I'm at peace with them. But yeah, it feels like just time is running out for me. This is too much for one night. Let's just say that. But this morning as I walked to the gym, I listened to Mel Robbins' podcast. I just became such a big fan of her. In this podcast, she shared about 6 steps how to actually achieve your goals. And it brings me peace. It made me feel not so alone. And yeah, hopefully by sharing my struggle to you can also make you feel not so alone. We're in this together. We're gonna make it work. And yeah, after after listening to that podcast, I actually feel like I have a lot more confidence now. As long as you already define your purpose, you just gotta stick to it. And you just gotta try the best you could and don't give up because you never know. But yeah, I am at crunch with work, so I'm gonna have coffee and protein bar. We'll go on with the day.
Should be ready. Yeah, okay.
This is our My Muscle Chef second delivery. We loved it so much that we ordered again. By the way, My Muscle Chef, if you are watching this, I will not say no to a collaboration. But in all seriousness, My Muscle Chef did help boost both of our productivity. We don't need to think about what to eat. At least we only need to think once when we order it. But other than that, I don't need to think. I don't need to cook. I don't need to clean. I don't need to count my protein intake. They did most of the hard work for you. And it's not even that expensive. Per meal, they probably only cost us less than $10. We ordered in bulk. So if you order 25 meals, you get 15% off if I'm not mistaken. On top of that, I also applied the $120 first order promo. So they divided $120 discount in the span of 6 orders. So yeah, with every order, we'll get like about 10% off now. On top of that, 15% because we ordered 26 meals. And if you join their subscription, you don't even need to pay delivery. How good is that? Okay, I'm gonna take off this ice. Last week we tried 13 different menus, and if you want to watch my review about all those 13 different meals, I'll link it there. So this week we ordered all of our favorite meals from last week and also 4 new recipes. I actually have quite high hopes for My Muscle Chef. I'm gonna tell you the 4 new menus that we are trying this week. First one is this chicken tikka masala. We realized that all of the menu that we picked were mostly pasta, steak, lasagna, lamb shanks. So this week we're kind of trying to diversify it a little bit more. The second one that we're trying this week, beef rendang. I'm really excited for this one because Indonesian represent. And another thing that we changed for this week is that we're ordering some of our favorite menu in the bigger size. So they do have a plus menus which they charge a little bit more, but it's also 50% larger. I think it's gonna be good because usually I would still feel really hungry after eating one of these meals. So can you imagine Billy? He's probably starving. So yeah. Okay, the third meal that we're trying this week is chicken vodka penne. All of them sounds pretty safe. And last but not least is the chicken fettuccine carbonara. I'm gonna put them into the fridge quickly. I'm gonna go to the city in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna meet up with Michelle and Rain. We're gonna do Lagree together. Oh my god. It has been a while since the last time that I did Lagree. I think it's already almost 1 year since the last time that I did Lagree. And today we're gonna do a plus class, which is 1 level higher than the basic class. So I'm actually kind of nervous. I'm gonna take my L-carnitine and then resveratrol before I go. I'm actually excited. Also nervous, but more excited.
sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow on golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden.
I just wrote a letter to myself that I'm gonna read at the end of this year. I've seen this trend going around social media. I think this is one of those journal exercise or like manifestation exercise that people do. I actually already wrote one at the end of last year. It's not a letter to myself, but more like what I want to happen at the end of 2025. I don't even know where I store that letter. Let's see, actually, wait. It's here. Okay, well, this one, I couldn't even take a pic, but this one says 8th of August, and that one is for December. I think I should put it in my calendar to check back on it. That would be interesting. I'm gonna put it together with the letter that I just wrote. I actually want to rewrite the letter. I don't think I wrote it nicely because I was also recording some videos for Instagram, so it just felt quite rushed, and I really want to take time with it. But yeah, I'm gonna rewrite that again in a minute. I'm using this envelope that Rain gave me for my birthday. It's in my favorite color. Green is currently my favorite color, especially muted green. But this emerald green is cute too. And it also says Laura in here. But anyway, if you want to do this exercise, you can do it too. It's kind of fun. And it's kind of one way to take you accountable as well. Now you actually have to do this year right. Hello, my beautiful people. I just made my coffee for the day. In the next 2 weeks, I'm actually gonna try to really focus on perfecting my routine and try to be really in tune with my vision. I wanted to make everything like my vision, my mission, my goals crystal clear so that I can move on to the next month until the end of the year with more focus. I didn't know what had gotten into me, but basically I delved into astrology, numerology. I know I sound like a maniac right now, but I really want my life to be in synchronization with the moon, with the stars, and I know I sound really crazy right now. But when I think about it again, I was actually doing it for shit and giggles at the time. I trying to look for, oh, what is my personal year this year? And then when I look into it, I was actually baffled on how accurate that it had predicted my life in the past 5 years. So what they have given me in the results is they are showing me this chart of my life from 2020 up to 2032 or something like that, and it shows that my life on 2020 was kind of in the middle, and then it goes downhill up to 2023. The line actually hits the very bottom, which means I hit rock bottom, in which I actually did. And I was like, wow, this thing might be accurate. And even though it might not be 100% accurate, but it feels like I can take this as a guide. So at least when I look at the chart, I would know, oh, this year I might feel a little bit low, so I can be more prepared for it, or I can be kinder to myself. So that's why this year I want to be more in sync with my birth chart. It sounds like a lot, but I'm actually simplifying everything with ChatGPT so that everything is easier to digest and to understand and to apply into my life. I'm gonna ask it about how my year's gonna look like this year and also to guide me what I need to do each month of the year. I have a bigger, broader, more generalized idea of how I want my 2025 to look like and what I want to achieve by the end of 2025. But you know, after you have all of these goals in mind, you have to break all of the goals down into quarterly, monthly, weekly, down to the daily task and the daily habit. I don't think I have that all figured out just yet. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down today and try to finish that. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, I finally finished with my letter to myself. Here's Shay. We got almost 2 full pages. Now I feel good about this one. This is what I wrote before. I feel like it's good enough already, but this, I want to be tearing up when I'm reading that. All right, that's 1 out of 100 things that I need to do today, but 1 is done, so tick. Let's continue with everything else. Really tiring, but anyway, I'm so glad that I found that last minute opening for the hot mat Pilates class. I was so scared that I'm not gonna make it, but I did, and it was really good. Although I kind of regret grabbing 3 kilos dumbbells from each of my hands. That was really hard, but I felt really good. I went to grab a coffee from Disciple Coffee, and the coffee was so good. I ended up grabbing 1 bag. Wait. Oh, and Liam, which is the best barista in the world, he left me a note on how to brew these beans perfectly. And I was so excited for this one. Actually, that tastes so good. It was so bright. And I never thought that guava, stewed rhubarb, and butterscotch would taste so juicy and fruity, and it was really good. And I had it on a batch brew. So imagine if I brew this on a pour over. It's gonna be fire, guys. And I stopped by Kmart to get another 6 preserving jars. So I've been using these jars to keep my bone broth, and it's been okay so far. Only from the last batch that 2 of the jar actually broken on the bottom. It was alright when it was in the freezer, but when I moved it to the fridge, the whole bottom just fell off. Let me see if I still have, okay, I still have it. So literally the whole bottom just gone. The good thing was it was still kind of a quarter frozen, so when I moved it to the fridge the next day, I would find it leaking, but since it was still kind of frozen, so it was not leaking that bad, so I can just quickly clean it up. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe the bone broth expanded in the freezer, so next time maybe I'm just gonna loosen the lid even more so that when it actually expands, it's not gonna break. But yeah, it's a bit weird. And lastly, I stopped by at Cheaper by Miles, which is the grocery store that sells really cheap stuff. This is some mussel and hot pot, $7.50 for 1, so I got 2. And then I also got this pulled pork, $10. We have 3 days of gap before we get our next delivery from my muscle chef, so I guess some of the meals are sorted now. But yeah, other than that, let's start the day. It's so hot. All right, I got my coffee here. I'm drinking it with soy milk. I think I bought the soy milk last year when I did the housewarming party. I bought the soy milk to accommodate people who drink soy milk, but apparently everyone was happy with oat milk, so I haven't opened it. And yesterday I was like, let's try the bonsai. And then I looked into the nutritional information at the back. Soy milk has a lot of protein. So I was like, maybe I should start drinking soy milk instead of oat. Because a lot of experts claimed that oat milk spikes your insulin level. And apparently it's not even the healthy option for you because of the sunflower or the rapeseed oil that they are using in the milk. So yeah, I'm a bit torn, but I'm actually enjoying soy milk for cold coffee, but for hot coffee I don't really enjoy soy milk because it can curdle. But anyway, I have my mussel chef meal here. This is rendang and I'm gonna eat it with crackers. In Indonesia we call crackers kerupuk, and I don't know, maybe it's the Indonesian in me, but if I eat Indonesian food, one of these two things has to present on my plate. It's either sambal or kerupuk. Because they don't have sambal in here, cracker it is. And usually how I would love to eat it is I would use crackers as my spoon. Seriously, game changer. But of course my carbs intakes are gonna be higher, but I don't care. Enjoyment is number one. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my meal and watch something, and then we can go back to work. Was supposed to go to the gym, but then I got a text from my muscle chef saying that my delivery is near, so I decided to stay back, and here it is. This week we added a few menus again. Really wanted this. The protein pizza. 60 grams of protein if we eat the whole thing, which I'm assuming we will. We're trying this chicken fettuccine carbonara butter chicken. By the way, while waiting for this deliveries, we had about 3 days that we didn't have any meal prepped. So I ordered one ready-to-eat meal from Woolies. It is from Strength Meals Co. I ordered the high-protein chicken stroganoff. You know what? I hate to say this, but do not get this one. Billy can eat this, but I couldn't. First reason, the chicken texture kind of a bit off. I think they boiled the chicken and then they put it in the meal. So when you opened it, it was so off-putting. It doesn't really taste great, and it was kind of on the soury side. It was totally different than the beef stroganoff that we have from my Muscle Chef meals, one of my most favorite. But this chicken stroganoff, something else. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put a bad light on the bread, but it's just, you need to step it up, man. Okay, let's go to the gym. Today's workout has been great actually. Now it's time to go to the farmer's market and get a pastry. got the pastry. I also got my favorite strawberry that I have been looking for. I feel like whenever I go to the farmer's market, it's always at the time when they are not there. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so desperate for that strawberry that I got 2 slices of them today. But yeah, let's go home and enjoy this pastry. There's one thing I realized about sharing your health and fitness journey online. Once you post a good results on your body progress, you can't go back. You have to keep maintaining it. And you can't let people down by going backwards, by not keeping up with the body goals that you've already achieved. Which is a bit ironic because my main goal is actually creating the habit of working out itself so that I can maintain the lifestyle in the long run, which I feel like I'm already on the autopilot mode right now. Working out is a part of my daily habit, and that's great. But I feel like right now I have a sense of responsibility that whenever I want to eat out or whenever I want to eat something quote unquote unhealthy or nasty, which you shouldn't label food like that anyway, I feel bad. I feel guilty. But what I really want to say is I literally want to work out so that I can have the freedom to eat whatever I want, not the other way around. It's true that I try to maintain the physique by eating healthier foods, but once in a while I do drink beers, I do go out and don't think about the calories. I do eat desserts, I do eat pastry sometimes too, and that's the goal that you want to reach, right? You still want to be happy, you still want to enjoy life, and sometimes you do want to eat whatever you want. You want a snack, you want a sweet treat, go ahead, it's okay. But yeah, that's just a funny thought I had in mind because after I posted my body transformation, it feels like it's a little bit taboo now if I go out in public and gain a few more kilos. It's just, I don't know. That's funny. But I really hope I can maintain this, because I am happy. I am really enjoying my life right now by consistently going to the gym, consistently being mindful of what I'm eating. I feel better. I look better. Hopefully I can maintain my strength over time and I can be the fittest 40-year-old when I got to 40. Anyway, I'm gonna close the video today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this and yeah, I'll see you next week.